So the state may call its next witness.
Sophia Zurkee.
Please the clerk to raise your right hand.
The evidence shall give the court and jury in the trial. This issue should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
This way, ma'am. You can have a seat and watch yourself.
Thank you.
All right, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Could you introduce yourself to the jury, please?
My name is Sophia Zurkee.
That is the last name that I'm going to have to ask you to spell.
Zurkee.
And I take,
Mr. Dean, make sure you have your mic on.
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I take it you are a Chatham County police officer.
Yes, sir.
How long have you been with the Chatham County Police?
I have been with the Chatham County Police Department since September of 2021.
Did you work at any other police departments prior to joining the Chatham County Police Department?
Yes, sir.
Where was that?
The Sedgwick County Sheriff's Office in Kansas.
Okay. How'd you end up coming here from Kansas?
I moved here. Being in law enforcement, it's a very stressful job, so Georgia offers a lot to do outside of work, the ocean, the beach, so it's very beautiful here.
Now, you're here today because you're the first person to find a piece of Quentin, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, I'd like to show you slide 8 from State's Exhibit 3, which has already been admitted into evidence. This has been introduced and admitted into evidence as a still frame from Sergeant Stewart's body-worn camera from the initial response to 535 Buckhalter Road on October 5th. Is that you there?
Yes, sir, it is.
Was this your beat that you were patrolling that day or no?
It was not. I was in beat 8 that day. This is considered beat 7.
And how did you end up there?
When there's a missing child, time is of the essence, so it's all hands on deck at that point. So I went over to assist with the search.
And on this day, were you involved in canvassing the neighborhood or the woods or something like that looking for Quentin?
Yes, sir.
So is it fair to say that you started looking for Quentin initially on October 5th,
Yes, sir.
day one? Later, did you become involved in the search of the landfill?
Yes, sir.
How did you become involved in that?
I asked to be a volunteer to help.
Had you heard, I presume you had heard that this was a thing that was about to start happening?
Correct.
How did you hear about it?
Our department.
And were they soliciting, like, department-wide for volunteers or what?
I can't recall on that. I just know they asked us to be some extra hands to help.
And you volunteered, you say?
Yes, sir.
Why is that?
Being one of the first on scene, I wanted to see it through and to help in any way that I could.
And going forward from that, were you involved as a searcher at the landfill?
Yes, sir.
What day did you start on? Not necessarily the date, but like, was it the first day of the landfill search?
Yes, I was there for the first day.
And were you involved throughout?
Yes.
Was there any day that search operation was going on that you weren't there?
No, sir.
Could you have gotten out of it at some point if you had wanted to?
Yes.
What was that like doing that for, I don't know, 5 weeks or whatever it was?
It was a lot. It was mentally, emotionally, and physically draining every single day.
Now I'd like to draw your attention to November 18, 2022, the day that that Quentin was found out there. What do you remember about the morning?
From what I can recall, it was like every other morning it started out. We have a briefing, kind of talk about how the day's gonna go. We get ready when we start searching. Would you like me to kind of go through, our attire, be more specific in that aspect, or?
No, we've had that with a previous
Okay.
witness. So I guess let me ask you this. In the morning, was it a normal day?
Yes, sir.
What do you remember about the point where it became not a normal day?
I was just raking through the garbage, and then I had observed a white small object, could fit in the palm of my hand. It looked like bone to me, so I remember seeing my Lieutenant Foster, because they were all on the side, and contacting him, and they came over and removed it.
I'd like to approach with what's been introduced into evidence as State's Exhibit 77.
And 77 has been admitted, is that correct?
It has, Judge.
Okay.
That was the one you had.
Can you look through here and tell me if you recognize the object that you're describing?
Yes, I do.
Is that it on the first page there?
Yes, sir.
Can you pull this out and display it to the jury, please?
Yes. This is the object that I was talking about.
What do you remember happening from there?
I just remember notifying my lieutenant and then coming over and collecting it.
And then after that?
We continued to search.
And did you yourself find any more items of note?
I don't recall, because really any items that we found that we thought were potentially bones, we would put in the buckets for them to collect and to get tested. So whether or not specifically I found any other items that were tested,
Yeah, it's a difficult thing for you to
Right.
answer, right? Let me ask you this. After having been out there for weeks, going through line after line, tell me what it felt like to see that little piece of Quentin's skull and pick it up and realize what it was.
it was heartbreaking.
Was it rewarding also? I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Think
I don't have any questions, Judge.
Excuse me.